As you can tell from the title of this video, today we are doing a houseplant haul, unboxing, here's what I got kind of video, and I'm very excited to show you all of the plants that I got in March. It was a pretty good month for getting new plants, I think. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plants in front of me. 1, 2, 3. 3 of which were on my wish list, so my 2023 wish list video that went out. I don't know if it would have been the video like before this one, or if it's just like 1 or 2 before it, but go and watch that if you haven't already. For this video we will be jumping back in time for me to show you some unboxings. So the free wish list plants that I've got were all bought online, all shipped to me, so I will be showing you those in a minute. Before I do show you them, I just want to say that March has been, it's been a really difficult month. Like really difficult, and I don't want to get upset in this video. Yeah, March has been really exponentially difficult. It's been really challenging. I think I don't even like, do I even need to say this in this video? I just don't even know. I feel like I need to say it because in the unboxing videos I talk about how, like, what a hard time I'm having in work, and like each of those unbox, like there's, I think the first one's like, I think they're like each week I've unboxed a plant and it's just been having a really hard time at work right now, having a really hard time at work right now. And I've even had a week off in March. Had a whole week off, went away with my husband. That was lovely. But yeah, I've been at capacity throughout the whole of March. I've not been feeling well physically, and I think that's probably part of burnout. I've had a headache pretty non-stop really, and I am someone that suffers with headaches and suffers with migraines, and if you are, you will know how exhausting it is to kind of just keep going in life when you're in pain, or anybody that experiences pain, you'll know that it's exhausting. And the unboxing videos are like, I suppose they're probably not my normal self, not my usual high energy self. Just haven't got the energy to put the mask on to film, and I'm feeling like that today, to be honest. I'm like, I know I need to do this to get a video up next Wednesday, and I'm just, all I really want to do is sleep. But let's just get into this video. So here are the unboxings of my wish list plants. I am so ecstatic to have already started ticking off some plants from that wish list video. So let's just get into those videos. Here you go. Hey gang, I've literally just got home from work. I've got a package. It was outside my door. I wasn't expecting the postman to leave it. I was fully expecting to find a "sorry we missed you" card and having to go to the post office tomorrow, but he left the parcel. Here is said parcel. Let's get opening. Oh, I am so excited about this. Like, I've had a week. I've had a week. I have been at capacity all week in terms of feeling quite overwhelmed in my job. If you don't know, I'm a mental health nurse. I work with teenagers in the community with eating disorders, and I have quite a few who are really unwell at the moment, physically as well as mentally, because eating disorders are both mental and physical illnesses. Unboxed, not quite. It is from the green corner, which is an Etsy plant shop owned by Michaela, who is Please Send Notes on Instagram. I will have both her account and her shop's account linked down below. This is a really sweet little addition, little bit of information about how to help the plant settle into your home. As ever, wrapped really well. I'm impressed with that wrapping. Oh, it's very, very cold. It has been really cold recently. You probably can't even tell what it is. I'm gonna take it off of the cardboard. Oh my god, this is the stickiest sellotape in the world. I feel like I keep cracking the top bit of it. Can you tell what it is? Wow. That is the stickiest sellotape ever. Wow. So if you're not sure what this is a Philodendron majestic, which was on my wish list. If you've watched that video, I'll have it linked down below if you haven't. Wow, it's stunning. The new leaf, just look at that. Look how cute. That's gonna be so pretty. Obviously it might be a little bit stunted because it's been like shipped out from its lovely cozy environment in the cold. It's been transported across the UK and it's now landed here, so it may not reach the potential it could have, but it's still pretty perfect, isn't it? Just look at that. And this is the main one up close. Oh, isn't it stunning? So I'm really excited to have this. I'm gonna put it on, well, I'm gonna let it chill for a little bit, let it settle in, warm up his little footsies a little bit, and then I'm gonna repot it and get it onto a moss pole to try and get some massive leaves. Anyway, that's it for this unboxing. On to the next. Hey again. I've just got home from work / picking up this parcel. This is a plant that Steve bought me for our 10-year anniversary. I can't remember when he ordered it. It was like last week sometime, and it got shipped a couple of, either 2 or 3 days ago. And I know last night was cold, but it was okay. But the night before was like freezing. It was below zero. Just maybe like 0, -1 in that area. It was cold. And I'm worried about it. I don't know how well it's gonna have been packaged. This is the only this way up sign on the box. And when I collected it, so we had to get it delivered to Co-op. And when like the guy opened the door to like go and get it, I could see that it was lead on its side, and I was like, great, thanks for that. So I gave Steve a list of plants that I was really wanting to get, and if you've seen my 2023 wish list, they were on that list. So I don't know what plant he picked, so I'm gonna unbox it and see. And I really need this today. It was a rough day in work. The days are hard. The days are really hard. Consistently. They are consistently hard. If you have ever struggled with an eating disorder, have an eating disorder, know somebody with an eating disorder, you will know you will know sort of what it's like. But today was one of the harder days because I had to, there's lots of pausing. This is going to be horrible to edit. Today was one of the harder days because I had to tell one of my young people that she needed to go into hospital, and anorexia doesn't want to go into hospital because that means being completely out of control and gaining weight. Yeah, it was a lot of abuse being thrown my way today. It's a tough day. And a little bit of plant therapy is what I need. So I'm excited. Okay. I wonder what one I got me. Oh, still not sure. Just pull it out. Okay. So this is potentially quite well supported. Got a little personalized card. This is so cute. Okay. Let's see what it's looking like. It seems quite well wrapped. I guess it'll come down to like the human that wrapped it, kind of how they wrapped it. I'm so curious to know which one he picked, and I'm gonna find out why. Like, I'm gonna find out why he chose the one. Like, did he like it in some way? Tag, although it's not. Doesn't say what it is on there. I can see it. Oh, there's a bit of soil falling everywhere. Okay, I'm quite impressed with how they managed to package this. Okay, so if you don't know what this is, it's a Philodendron bilietiae, and I'm so excited to have it. This plant was on my 2023 wish list, and I said in that video that like when this plant kind of became really popular, like I remember everyone seemed to be getting them, everyone really wanted them, like back in 2020 during lockdown, and at the time I was like, I don't see it, I don't get it, I don't like it. I couldn't see the fuss. But it's like, you know, every now and then you see it on somebody else's YouTube channel, you see it on Instagram, it kind of like it's popping up, and I'm like, oh, actually I think I like you. Look at this funky leaf. Like, look at that shape. It's kind of like, it looks like it got squeezed as it was like unfurling. I'm really happy. I'm really happy. I do like the colour of the stems. It's very cool, isn't it? It's almost like a coral kind of colour. Like, there's definitely like a reddy pinky hint to the orange. So that's, oh, here it is. That leaf, that's a new leaf. They're very cool leaves. Like a little shot of the stems. You see what I mean about some of them being kind of almost pinky? I'm very, very pleased. Thank you, Steve, for my anniversary present. Oh, so cute. Okay, on to the next one. I feel like this video is probably me just saying lots of times I'm having a really tough time in work. But I am having a really tough time in work. Sorry about the makeupless look. Welcome to me without makeup. I'm working from home today after a week of I don't think there are many people out there that can understand my job. Being a mental health nurse is hard. Being a nurse is hard. Being a mental health nurse is hard. Being a CAMS mental health nurse is hard. CAMS is Children and Adolescent Mental Health Services. If you didn't know, that's really hard. You're working with children and teenagers and their families, like parents, siblings, carers come with those young people that you work with. And then I'm working in eating disorders. It's such a specific job. And what we see and hear and do on a daily basis is not normal. And like, there's only so much I'm human, and it's just really hard at the moment, and the sun is coming out. It's been a really rough month. It's been a really rough month. We're hitting like the end of March now. This week has been particularly challenging. I have cried a lot in and out of work. There's just so many unwell kids out there at the moment. And this isn't what this video is supposed to be about at all. It's supposed to be a very happy video, but I haven't got the energy to put like a face of makeup on and unbox this plant in the usual kind of joyous way. And if I just filmed me unboxing it like with how I'm feeling now and not pretending, without explaining it, you'd probably just think that, I don't know, I was really miserable or ungrateful or didn't like what's in the box, and I know that's not going to be the case. I know I'm going to really like what's in the box, but it's not going to be the usual enthusiastic response. I don't think. I mean, maybe it will, I don't know. Maybe this plant will fix everything. So yeah, just explaining that a little bit, because I want to get the plant out of the box. I don't want to wait until I'm feeling better. So there's that. I don't know what the rest of this video is going to look like. Obviously I've unboxed other plants at this point, and I feel like I've said in those videos as well that I'm having a really rough week, but it's just, this just compounded. I'm having a really rough week. Really rough week. So I'm gonna unbox my plant and hopefully it does make me feel a little bit better. Okay, so inside this box we have some silver packaging, which I've never received plants in this before. But the person who sent it said that they were going to put it in like heat proofing, because it's a sensitive plant. And if you did watch my wish list video, you might be able to figure out which plant it is, because I don't think there were that many sensitive ones on there, maybe like a few. And I'm glad that they did, because they sent it on Wednesday and today is Friday. They sent it 24-hour tracked, and I wasn't in yesterday, and even though I requested it get put in the safe place, the postman very rarely does that. I don't know why I bothered requesting it. So it got re-delivered today, which is good because I'm working from home. So it's been in the post for a little bit longer than I'd hoped it would have been. And I don't know how well it's gonna have fared overnight. I don't know how well they ship either anyway, but this is is it Dioscorea or Discolor? Discolor? I don't know. It does look a little bit sad. Looks a little bit deflated. I'm hoping that is just shock. I imagine they don't like to be shipped at all. Oh, there's drainage holes at the bottom. Okay, okay. So we've got cling film wrapped around it. It was really well packaged, to be fair. I don't think they could have packaged this any better to protect it any more than it has been. This was I bought this off of a private seller through a Facebook group. So they described it as like a rooted plant, or like a small plant, I think they described it as. It looks okay. Okay, I am really happy to have this plant in my collection. I am really happy. It looks like, can you see the roots here? I don't think I'll be able to tip it enough to show you. I don't think I can. But it kind of looks like it's come out of the pot. But with how it was packaged, I don't know how that would have happened. So I might have to rearrange that. And this big leaf is snapped. Let me see if I can show you that. You see? This little, it's semi-attached, but that's gonna die off. It's not, I don't think it's attached enough for it to reseal. And I don't know when that would have happened. And again, I don't know how it would have happened because it was packaged quite well. But obviously there's this leaf, and there's a little leaf here. There's also, I'm not gonna be able to show you anything, but there's a little leaf, this thing here is a little leaf, and there's also a little leaf here. So there's other leaves growing. You'll also see one on that bit. The roots do look good. The roots look good. I'm not seeing any pests, but I will keep it in isolation. I feel like I've got so many new plants over the course of this month. They're all just kind of spread in random places. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go sort this plant out, and then I'm gonna make a cup of tea and get back to work, I think. Sorry about the low energy in this part of this video and the appearance. On with the rest of the video. Okay, let me show you an update on the plants that I unboxed. I'll go in the order that I unboxed them in. So the first plant I unboxed was my Philodendron Majestic, which, when I unboxed it, this leaf was like pointing, it was up, and now it's just, I mean, it looks like it's sad, doesn't it? I think it looks like it's floppy, and every day I'm like, oh no, is it okay? But it's not floppy, it's like that, it's solid. And I'm wondering if it's getting too much light, but I don't feel like that's possible. I've put it in my cabinet, so it's not getting any direct sunlight. The days have been pretty grey and cloudy. Today's quite a nice sunny day, but it's been pretty grey and cloudy. And I know that the plants in my cabinet and on my plant shelves, when it's like a grey day, they're not getting great light at all. And then the strip lights that I've got, I don't think they're particularly powerful, so I don't feel like it's too much light. But this is normally when a plant's like shying away, that's what I think of when I see this kind of thing. There aren't any pests at all. I don't know, it's the substrate's not wet, but it's not dry. I don't think it needs a drink. The newer leaf looks beautiful. It's not, I suppose it's not I think it's hardened off more than it was in the video. but it's not the same colour as this yet. So I'm really not sure. I think it's okay. If it's not and you know why, let me know. This is it. I'm really happy to have it. My plan is I was going to let it like settle in for a little bit. I mean, this one was one I got right at the beginning of the month, so it's been settled in for a good month pretty much now, and I will be repotting it soon and giving it a poll, so just a little bit more stress for it. But that was my first plant that I got in March. So the next plant that I unboxed was my Philodendron filiaceae, and here she is now. I'm pretty sure I showed in that video like the roots were popping out of the substrate. And I do need to repot, but I think she's doing okay. Like she's looking pretty. This was that new leaf that it was coming in with, and I'm pretty sure when I unboxed it, all of the leaves weren't facing this way. And I've had her like, so with all of these plants, I have had them, I mean, obviously in the same room, but kind of separate from other, they've not been touching other plants, they've not been too near other plants, just in case of having pests. So this one's been sat on the floor facing the south facing windows, and they've all started moving to face the windows, which I'm quite happy about. In my wishlist video, I did speak about how I don't like that all of the leaves just like 360. So I'm pleased to see them all facing the front. Obviously she's quite a wide plant. I don't, like, it would be nice if they were all kind of, I don't know, pointing down, but she's still settling in. Here she is. I love the ribbiness on this one. How cool is that? I haven't done anything, like I've not cleaned the leaves off or anything, but look at these roots popping out. They're so green. It's really cool. I think she's happy, and I'm happy to have her. But that was the second one that I unboxed. And the third one, I literally unboxed this yesterday. So this is my Dioscorea discolor. I think that's how you pronounce the name. Obviously you've literally just watched me unbox it. It was yesterday. It's still settling in. I did message the seller. I think I said in the video of unboxing it that it was like a private sale off Facebook, so I let them know that it had kind of come out of the soil and that the leaf has snapped, and like I'm okay with it. Obviously it's a shame that the leaf has snapped, but it's like the mother leaf from where it's been cut, so it was going to die anyway. I don't mind that it snapped, but it's basically, I might be able to, I don't know if I can show you. It's probably not really focusing, but it was hanging on by a thread and I've just left it, but it's basically shriveling up, and I may as well pull it off. But in my wishlist video I talked about wanting to feel it, and obviously I don't think this one's definitely not at its full potential, but it's not as velvety as I thought it was going to feel, but it's really nice, and the veining on the back is quite striking. And obviously these are I think they get the stronger pattern as they get older, and maybe with lighting, but you can kind of see that the pattern's there. But some of the ones that I showed in my wishlist video were like really dark and like silvery almost with their patterning, but the other leaves look okay. But I've tried to recover the roots in the substrate. I haven't taken it out and repotted it, but I think I will do that a bit later today. But yeah, Dioscorea discolor. I'm really excited. Like I want a massive one. I'm gonna have to get like a really cool trellis to, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna get a really cool trellis to put this one on, because I want it to be massive. On to the final 4 plants that I bought. I bought all of these in garden centres, and let's just have a look at them. So this first one looks a little bit ridiculous because it was the only one in the garden centre, and I really quite liked it, but the bottom of it looked like it was dead, and it also looked like it had some mealybugs on it. So I came home, chopped it up, treated it, and then potted it in a dessert ramekin. But this is a Crassula muscosa, maybe also called watch chains. I don't know. I don't know what the common name is, and I don't know if I'm going to get it to focus enough to show you the delicacy of it, but it's like a little succulent-y kind of plant, and it's really well rooted. You see maybe the roots in there, so I am gonna kind of repot it into an actual pot because this looks ridiculous. But that was the first one. It came with this little plant tag. How cute is that? I wish all plants came with a little tag like that. Yeah, that was the first one, and like I said, I did treat it for mealybugs. I haven't seen any evidence of any other pests on it, so I'm hoping it's okay. The final 3 plants I picked up when me and my husband were away. We went away for like a few nights to a little lodge, and it's become a bit of a not routine, habit, tradition. It's become a bit of a tradition that when we go away somewhere, I will have a look to see what garden centres and plant shops are around and have a browse. Obviously, I'm gonna do that. And I feel like whenever I do that, I want to bring a plant home as like a bit of a memory from that holiday. So these are the 3 that I got whilst I was away. Starting with the smallest. I don't know what it is. I am not a cactus and succulent girl, but I feel like whenever I'm in a different location, I'm like, oh, I might have to get that cactus. So this little guy, I can remember the common name. It was like spider cactus or something like that, because the little spikes look like spiders. Is it a geometricum I feel like it's got a G in the name. I'll put it on the screen. I can't remember the actual name. Cactus names never stick in my head, really. But there was just something about it. I liked him, so I brought him home. And I think he's okay. So it's just a teeny weeny little cactus. That was the first one I got when we were away. And in the same garden centre that I got that one, I also picked up this guy, which according to the label is a Homelamina camouflage Queen of Hearts. And I don't know if that is correct. I don't know if that's correct. I don't really have that much experience with Homelamina. We did have some in the shop. We do have some in the shop. I don't have my shop anymore, but I still have plants that people didn't buy. So I've got Homelamina there, but I'm really not familiar with the genus at all. And I feel like the texture of these leaves are quite, I don't know, can you hear that they're thick? Like, they don't look thick, but they are. They're quite thick, quite rubbery. I don't know. I guess maybe I should just take it as a Homelamina. I wonder in my head whether it's a part of like the Aglaonema family or the Schismatoglottis family, and then I don't know the difference between them all, and I don't know, but I loved the patterns. And so there's definitely some leaves with damage on them. This is a new leaf that's been unfurling. So let me show you this leaf here. Oh, that's not really focusing very well, is it? But there is lots of damage on some of these leaves, and I did pick the best of the bunch, and I haven't seen any pests, so I'm not really sure where the damage came from. There are some dead leaves underneath, dead and dying leaves, and I need to get it out of this soil. But I think it looks like it's lots of plants, but I think they're all attached. So I need to do something with it, but I thought the patterns were just so pretty, so I had to have it. I particularly like this leaf. So yeah, Homelamina camouflage Queen of Hearts. If you know that is the correct ID, please let me know. If you think it might be something else, also please let me know. And the final plant that I got in March, we are still in March, just by a couple of days. I don't think I'm going to get any more. any more plants in March though. But this is the final one that I got, and it just says peperomia mix on it, and I think it's a peperomia obtusifolia, the variegated one. However, I did have a variegated peperomia obtusifolia way, like when I first started my Instagram account in 2019, I had one then, and I think I'd had it for 1 or 2 years, and it's not in my collection anymore, and I think it's one that I'd passed on to somebody, and I wasn't interested in getting another one, but I like the way this one's growing. It's much more compact, and that's why I'm wondering whether it is the obtusifolia, but maybe it is. Maybe it's just had like more light or something, because mine was quite tall in its growth. But I really love the way this one looks. There's some damage on the leaves, but I'm not too fussed about it. Like there's a little bit of not really picking up, a little bit of damage on the back of the leaf there. And I think like they're sturdy plants, but if you're shipping a whole load of them to garden centres, they're going to get knocked and bumped, and they're going to get damaged, and that's fine. Really like it. Yeah, I just like the different, like that one's quite a speckly leaf. I just think it's so pretty. And there was like there was a green one, like a green on green variegated one, and I'm kind of sad I don't have that either. And I remember debating it, but I also remember thinking like, this is the kind of a plant that you need to be able to look down on to appreciate, and that probably means it can't be on the plant shelves. I don't really have many spaces for plants that you just look down on. So yeah, that was my last plant that I got this month, and it's a little momentum from our trip away, and our trip away was to celebrate 10 years since we met, so it feels quite special. Those were all the plants that I got in March. I'm so happy with all of them. I'm particularly happy to have those 3 wish list plants and to have already started ticking them off from my list of plants that I want to get in 2023. I will be repotting all of these very soon. So stick around to watch some repot videos if you are interested in those. I feel like this video is going to be quite long. I'm not sure how much of the unboxing videos I would have been able to edit out, but I feel like they were like half an hour long altogether, and now this video is half an hour, so hopefully I'm not putting out an hour-long video. Thank you for watching if I have had to do that. I would love to know if you got any houseplants in March. I feel like all those plant shops and all the garden centres are starting to get some really interesting plants in, and people are starting to chop and prop to trade and sell, and I feel like plants are the thing that are getting me through right now. They're bringing me joy. They're the only thing that, like, they're the only activity that I can do at the moment where I'm thinking about the plants and not work or other stuff. Hey, I am just about to start filming my next video, which is going to be a repotting all of the new plants I got in March video, and I got some more plants. And I'm pretty sure at the end of the video that you're currently watching, it says what it says. I say that I'm not going to get any more plants, but I did. So today is Saturday, it's the 1st of April today, and last Saturday was when I filmed the video that you're watching now, and on the Sunday I went out and went to a garden centre and bought some more plants, so I just thought I'd quickly show you those. They're the same, so I got 2 of the same plant. What's the name of it? Crassula? It's like a jade crassula. This says Crassula ovata. Is it Crassula ovata? Sunset Magic. So it's a variegated one. So that leaf would come off in the garden centre. I've never really successfully propagated succulent leaves, but I thought I'd leave it on the soil for it to propagate. Look how pretty. All of these little variegated leaves, and the hints of pink are just so cute. So that's that one. I couldn't decide between them both. Like, this one's more variegated, but this one was bigger. And they were £6.50 each, which I thought was pretty good. I've never been particularly interested in this type of plant, like the non-variegated one, but the variegated one, it caught my eye. This was one that we saw, did I talk about it? It was when we were away on holiday and I bought the peperomia that you've already seen, and I was trying to debate between them both. Like, I didn't know if I wanted the peperomia or if I wanted this one, and I bought the peperomia, and I've been thinking about it ever since I left it behind. So what I'm doing today is I'm gonna pot them together to make like one big plant. Like, the substrate they're in actually looks pretty decent for like a garden centre succulent, but I want to get them together in one pot, so that's what's happening today. But yeah, this video will probably, nope, not this video. So the repot video is probably going to go up on like the Saturday after you've watched this, so keep an eye out for that, and I'll see you in that one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.